Okay, who's next? Lawrence. And Patrick. I've got no idea what they're going to do tonight.
Here we go.
But they're going to do something.
Forward back.
These are two of the students that helped us put on the tour this year, and we're very grateful to all of them. They really got involved and they really learned about what the houses featured, and we'll just hear about it. Thank you.
Hey there, as Martin said, I'm Patrick and this is my classmate Lawrence. We're both third-year architecture students at our Institute of Canterbury. So we volunteered for the SUPERHOME tour to take on the role of kind of hosting the houses, showing people around, but also giving them quick descriptions of the systems that made the houses what they are. So a few reasons why we actually took on the role is because we saw it as a great opportunity of learning. We thought it would be a great way we could just go get involved, go look at all these systems, meet manufacturers, suppliers, just practitioners who use them, and just kind of reinforce how they work and how they can be used in a variety of ways through teaching them to other people, so the public who came to look at the houses. So we thought it was just a great opportunity to get that learning and start bringing it through for us to move forward next year when we actually go out and start practicing. We also thought it was a great way to network with those suppliers, practitioners and manufacturers. So, you know, it's just a great way you can go. We met them quite often. We'd have little meetings on a Tuesday in between the tour, and we just got to chat with them and got to know them a bit. It's quite a lot of fun. And then also, just as a way to build our own confidence in talking to the public, so communicating our ideas across, because sometimes there's that barrier of trying to talk to someone as if they know exactly what you're talking about. So it was quite nice to have that kind of trial run before we get started. I'll just hand over to Lawrence and he'll tell you a bit more about it.
Yeah, so as Patrick mentioned about the communication and teaching them as well, was as we were explaining to people the systems, regardless of basically their knowledge in technical terms, even in the show homes you could see people coming in, they were more interested on the health side of things, or people that were interested in building. And being able to pass this knowledge on means that there is reinforcing a knowledge of ourselves, so repeating it, basically knowing or hearing the questions of why they think it should be used. It became clear to us why it's important to have things that are used in the super homes. Another thing also is we realised that it didn't have to be limited by materials or limited by what the minimums are or the code or any of those kind of systems. Is that as you study you learn, you know, what's correct, what gets you the grades, but there's also a thing of building code being low. That's the minimum, that's you pass, but you know you might not live as long as you're not healthy. But yes, just getting that next level and not having to push for the minimum. So realising that we are the future designers, depending on where we go in life, but we're responsible for the next generation's health. We're responsible for what they see as acceptable, and that we don't really want to design something to someone for a really low square metre rate that's going to be a burden in the future. Another thing as well is seeing the things used in the homes mean that we were more confident that it can be used as well. We're confident that you can push the limits, you can mix systems as long as you understand how the systems work, why you're using them and how they can benefit you. Yeah, so us being able to put that into our own projects. So there's quite a few examples of students taking on board the information that they've been teaching others, realising, well, obviously there's a good reason why this is being used, and being able to use it ourselves. And another thing is, although we had these great weekends of the SUPERHOME exemplar tours, there's also meetings at different sites and having different talks from different expertise or different people with different knowledge. And having this background knowledge, we can adapt that also towards the information that's being used in the houses and realise why there's different approaches, the locations of them, the climates, and all the other things that you'll be hearing the people talk tonight. And yeah, so it's more than just a simple tour. We learn a lot from it. Yeah, that's about it. Cool.
Thank you, gentlemen. Very good. And now we're going to have Bob Burnett as